I never meant to make you cry. And though I know I shouldn't call, it just reminds us of the cost of everything we've lost.
8 years ago, I found a couple of bumps under my arm, and I thought it was just a rash. I didn't know what it was. And I went, and the doctor said that I had shingles, which apparently usually only elderly people get, and or if your immune system's low. So they said maybe you should get tested. And I found it over the phone, which was pretty horrendous. And I found myself in a room, kind of not knowing if I was going to live or I was going to die.
I really do have friends that I can count on for life. Of the 24 people in the first ride, I think we counted, there are 17 people on the ride from that first. If there's that percentage going forward, this will continue to be an amazing, fun experience for everybody.
My name's Ali Velshi. I'm an anchor with Report on Business Television. It's my honor to be here this morning to help you kick this amazing event off, and it really is amazing to look around and not only understand the benefit that this event is going to bring to people, but just the commitment and the enthusiasm of the people around here and what you are about to embark on. I think it's absolutely incredible.
My goal for the race this year is to complete it, right, for the rally actually, is to complete it for a start without any injuries or coming to any harm in any way, to make lots of friends, because you do inevitably along the way, and just to not forget what the purpose of the rally is. We're raising money to help people with AIDS in Toronto.
Foremost is to raise awareness and cash, of course, for the foundation, so that people living with HIV and AIDS are actually able to live with a more dignified lifestyle than they would otherwise be able to because of the funding cuts and because of the fact that medication costs so much. Being hit with an extra $1,000 to $3,000 a month for many people just for medication, trying to live like that is very debilitating in many other ways than just the physical.
Most people don't ever push themselves. We kind of go through life doing what you have to do to get by, but for a lot of people it's the fitness you have to get by, and that's a big challenge because a lot of them have never ridden a bike. They complain if they went downtown on the bike, that was far. I'm going, no, we're going 660 kilometers.
Good luck.
To start off, it was nerve-wracking. I had my stomach was just butterflies all over, But once I got on my bike and I sat there and I looked down, it was amazing. And then coming down the ramp, I felt like I was flying. It was so nice. It was a great feeling. I've never had that feeling. It was I felt like I was on top of the world.
This is the ultimate team event you can get. Crews of varying capacities and kinds supporting riders to make this 6-day trip, to raise funds for people who maybe many of them may never even meet.
Go Boober.
There's strangers, but there's no strangeness here. It's welcoming, it's reverie, it's life. It is probably one of the most life-fulfilling events I think many people have participated in. And what an irony, because we're trying to support people who are trying to have the best life with a chronic illness that's really affected so many people around the world.
I had the honor and thrill of enrolling a few personal friends of mine to be in on the rally this year. And there's days that are very tough, but it's when they come to you and they're in tears, because it has been such an experience for them that I get to relive my own through them.
Right after the ride last year, a very close friend of mine tested positive. And up until that point, I'd had the great good fortune of not having people, how to say this, that none of my very, very close friends, we'd all managed to avoid seroconverting. And so my friend Mike tested positive, and all of a sudden, sort of the theoretical became real. And so in the face of that, in the face of now how his life has dramatically changed, and every decision that he has to make now has to, at the very least, bear that in mind. How could I not do it?
Bright shining as the sun, with no less day.
I've been thinking about my brother, who I lost in '95 because of AIDS, and I do have another brother who's HIV, so you think about how every moment counts, and how you have to cherish everything that you experience. You have to be present with every moment. And there are a lot of times where you just don't really think about anything. So it's really free-spirited in that way. You just go with what's around you, and you notice, you know, the wheat blowing in the wind, and you're cursing the headwinds, but you notice, you know, the birds whistling and the scent of the dew off the trees, and it's just really refreshing because it brings you back to the basics in life. So.